Terry Taylor, who just signed a two-way deal today, and Kiefer Sykes. We are underway. Tail half of a doubleheader between these two clubs. Yesterday they went after it. High-scoring game that saw Fort Wayne come out 139-122 on the winning end. Here's the first touch tonight for IT. He wears 6 in the home blues. First touch for Stauskas. He finished with 20 yesterday. Here's a toss down low. Georgie B rises with the left hand and draws the foul. Whistle goes against Justin Anderson, his first. Bishanasvili to the free throw line. Again, we might have some viewers tonight who are first-time viewers to the G League taking a look at Isaiah Thomas. If you are, every free throw situation before the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, no matter the type of foul, whether it be on a 2 or a 3, one shot and it counts for all the points. So Bishanasvili makes 1, it counts as 2, and Grand Rapids on the board. Kiefer Sykes, boy, he lit up the gold in the second half last night in their win, and he gets started early tonight. Topside 3, Thomas dumps Bishanasvili. Bitadze was in the air and an easy bucket on the doorstep. Sykes, a small guard on the floor, bounces into the lane. There's Bitadze for his first bucket. Goga had 19 and 7 rebounds yesterday. Just 23 minutes on the floor. Davon Reed making his return to GR. This is his first jumper. He's fresh off a 10-day with the Nuggets, in fact. Last 2 games with them as a starter. Washington from downtown. Yesterday, again, the final 139-122. Grand Rapids has battled some roster construction difficulties this year, just from the fact that not a true point guard on the roster with Davon Reed was called up on the 10-day. And in terms of true centers, Bishanasvili, you'll see, gets the start at the 5 tonight against a 7-footer. Bishanasvili's only 6'9". Sykes against IT. And he has it ripped away. Turnover forced as Thomas gets it going the other way. There's Isaiah Thomas at 5'9", 185. Kiefer Sykes at 5'11", 167. They look about the same size to me. Gold nearly turn it over. We talked about the resumes and all the NBA experience that's on the floor for GR tonight. How about a combined 1,408 NBA games in their starting 5? It's really just the 4 guys: Stevenson, Stauskas, Thomas, and Reed. There's a bounce in the middle. Stevenson was cutting. It ends up with Reed. He cleans it up, plus the foul. And that'll go against Bitadze. There was one knock on Goga yesterday. He did get in a little bit of foul trouble. Finished the game with 5 fouls. Reed makes the free throw. He's got 3. Bishanasvili with 4 in the gold lead by a pair. Washington, a flamethrower from outside, the former Buckeye against the former Wolverine. And this time, Michigan wins. Thomas leaking up ahead. Reed on the hammer. IT to Davon Reed. And Kiefer Sykes quickly the other way. Talk about Sykes' performance yesterday. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Thomas from the elbow. That was his first shot attempt. Justin Anderson, he's got a handful of NBA games in his career, over 200 in fact, most recently with the Brooklyn Nets a few years ago. Bitadze, he's got it. 7-footer shooting the three. Anson front by one. Thomas off the dribble. Finds Bezhanishvili. And the country mate of Bitadze can't hit on the other end. Both born in Georgia. Bezhanishvili grew up in Austria. Played his high school ball and his college ball in the States. Sykes there for another deuce. Well, he's got second league showcase starting on Sunday, in fact. Right around the corner now. Grand Rapids still has a game on Friday on the road against Windy City. Fort Wayne currently in position to play in that 8-team single elimination tournament in Vegas. Grand Rapids on the outside looking in and all but mathematically eliminated from that opportunity with their loss last night. GR entered play this evening at 5-5. Fort Wayne at 7-4. Currently in a four-way tie for the second wild card spot, if you will. Reed drives, gets a little bit of space from Georgie, who flicks it home with the left. Bezhanishvili with an early 6. Sykes gets a high ball screen and rises. Stevenson way up ahead to Thomas. He runs it up for 2. First basket for Isaiah Thomas. Washington hops, kicks. Bitadze from deep. He's got another. Eight now for Goga, 7 for Kiefer Sykes. The only 2 players that have scored for them. Thomas lobs, Bezhanishvili. Soft touch at the rim. A dime by IT. Washington yesterday, 19 points for Fort Wayne. He dumps this time to Bitadze, who has it ripped away. And a whistle comes in from the baseline official. By the way, our officiating crew tonight, Jamal Rawls, Ryan Sassano, and Kristen Esparza. Substitutions now for Grand Rapids. Stauskas and Bezhanishvili out. DJ Johnson, a reserve center, along with Marcus Burke, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league this season, come off the pine for Coach Terry. This whistle goes on DJ Johnson away from the ball, trying to battle with Bitadze. Taylor, York, Anderson, Bitadze, and Sykes, the 5 for Fort Wayne. At the free throw line. Good box out and clear out by Stevenson on a good rebounder and Terry Taylor. Stevenson to the rack, had it pinned by Bitadze. Out to Burke from the wing. Sykes a rebound. Well, Fort Wayne came into this doubleheader as the second most reliant team on the 3-point shot in all of the G League. Only Maine relies on the 3 more. Gabe York, he can stroke it from deep, misses that time. Thomas steps into it. Got a friendly roll. No, Johnson tips it back with a slam. Sykes baseline. There's Taylor. Offensive rebound poked away by Reed. Thomas, what a dish. Stevenson. Dallas native, 55-year-old who actually played his high school ball with Pacers president of basketball ops, Kevin Pritchard, who's had his name in the news a lot lately with the trade rumor mill swirling around the Pacers right now. Miles Turner, Domantas Sabonis, Karis LeVert, TJ Warren, team in the middle of the NBA. Stevenson spins, hands off. Johnson, an easy deuce. Hinton. A little strong. Thomas skies for the rebound. IT in the corner, given some space. Corner three is down. Isaiah with 5. Again, it's Lance and Thomas teaming up again for the basket. Anderson skips to York. Out to Sykes, looking for the answer. Offensive rebound, Anderson. And how about Kiefer Sykes? 5-11 skying for the putback. He's got 9 early and now a steal. And it'll stay with Fort Wayne. That's the second time Grand Rapids has forked it over on a backcourt inbound. Both of these teams entered the week top 10 in the league in offensive rating, bottom 10 in defensive rating. Grand Rapids at 25th in defensive rating, Fort Wayne at 21st. Mad Ants 5th in offensive rating. Sykes, opposite of a screen, a lob to Taylor. He drops it through for 2, his first basket tonight. Congratulations to Terry Taylor. Signed a 2-way contract with the Indiana Pacers today. Stevenson steamrolls to the rim and the foul. Whistles on Benny Boatwright, his first, former USC Trojan. Second field goal for Stevenson. Taylor is filling the 2-way spot. Remember, every NBA team, 15 NBA contracts, 2 two-way deals to bring their total roster sizes up to 17. He takes the spot of DeJon Jarreau, who was waived today by the Pacers. That news actually came in on the drive over. This foul goes on Burke. First on Burke, second on the Gold in the quarter. We've got a 6-point lead, 3:17 to go. Hinton out to York. Can't leave him open. Gabe York with his first made basket tonight. He shoots it at 46% from downtown. He makes 3.5 of those a game. He's one of the best in the business at this level. Sykes rips it away from Stevenson from behind. Fort Wayne ends up with it. Now Taylor. Hands to York, open again, and bangs it home. Just like that, we're tied. 6 straight from Gabe York. Thomas, topside. A bit short, gets his own board, cuts through the teeth of the defense. Here comes Fort Wayne in transition. Sykes likes it. Game getting spread out a bit. Ryan can stroke it. He's got 3. Matt Ryan, a season high 24 in the game yesterday. He's shooting nearly 40% from 3 this year. Sykes spins, rises, blocked by Johnson. Stevenson, fakes the pass, splits 2. And Statues of Liberties his way to the rim. It's a high hold, and he's heading to the line. I believe that's the second on Benny Boatwright. Stevenson. Born and bred in Brooklyn. Talk about over 1,400 NBA games in the starting lineup for the Gold tonight. Lance has got 508 of them. He's got 2 points at the line. Isaiah Thomas, 528. Davon Reed, 37, including 6 this month with the Nuggets on that 10-day. And then Nick Stauskas with 335. Here's Nick. He's still scoreless tonight. Couldn't get the roll. Hinton out to Anderson. Corner pocket triple falls. Two-point lead for the Gold. Burke to Johnson. Oh, he lost it. Numbers. Matt Anderson bounces Washington, elevates, finishes, and has an extra one on the way. Davon Reed will take the place of Stevenson. Davon did not play with the Gold yesterday. Got back to town today. Played in 6 games on that 10-day with the Nuggets. Started his last 2. He averaged 3 points, 4 rebounds. Shot 38% from 3. Free throw good for Fort Wayne. Stauskas. Now Reed, finger rolls. He's got 7 in his return. Nearing the end of the first quarter, back and forth we go. Another high-scoring affair, it looks like, between these two. Washington misses a teardrop. Taylor, the #1 rebounder in the G League this year, has a tip back. Came in averaging over 12 rebounds per game. Just the 22-year-old who went undrafted this year out of Austin Peay. York fights through to Anderson, met by Johnson. My goodness. He tried to put it on DJ's head. That was a man's encounter right there. All right, Johnson takes a seat. His second personal foul. Bishanishvili back in. Anderson, 1 shot, counting as 2. And it pops off. Shot clock turned off for Grand Rapids. A bucket and they'll take a lead into the second quarter. York a little over-eager, sending one of the best free throw shooters in the league to the line. Stauskas at 92% this year. And there it is, his first points tonight. Former Michigan Wolverine. Former first-round pick, 8th overall, in fact, to the Kings. Gold in front by 1. 5 seconds to go. Taylor, a Kareem 5 of 5 from the free throw line. They commit 4 turnovers. Grand Rapids leads by 1, and they get Isaiah Thomas back on the floor to start the second. This is their 5 starters, in fact, minus Lance, plus Matt Ryan. Anderson, Bitadze, York, Hinton, and Washington for Fort Wayne. Stauskas gets a high screen, gets a lane to the basket, pushed it too quickly, and was fouled from behind. That's the second on Justin Anderson. Anderson, another former first-round pick in the game tonight. Went to the Mavericks in 2015. That was the Karl Anthony Town, D'Angelo Russell, Kristaps Porzingis was in that draft. Stauskas, a rare miss at the line. He left it short. Washington. They use Bitadze as a screener. Now they shovel it to him. 3 to shoot. Washington Jr. Awkward, flat three-point opportunity. Runs off and Ryan secures the board. Thomas fades and hits. Seven for Isaiah. And now he picks the pocket of Gabe York, but can't get there. Oh, Thomas a bit hobbled now. Extra pass through the rotations. And Fort Wayne doesn't make him pay. Ryan into the corner, Reed. I'll have to reset. 8 on the shot clock. Reed to Thomas. Draws his arrow. Bullseye. Second triple for Thomas. Gold have taken a 6-point lead. Anderson the answer. And Reed the rebound. Good fight down there by Stauskas against Bitadze. That one's on Gabe York. He has not been happy with the whistle tonight. It's his second, team's third in the quarter. Kiefer Sykes coming back on the floor. He'll take York. And Lance Stevenson back out there for Matt Ryan. And so the 5 starters have returned now for Grand Rapids. Thomas gets by Sykes, skips through the lane, off the high glass, hitting the deck. Bitadze stripped by Stevenson, a whistle. So Goga to the free throw line, down on assignment. 18th overall pick of the Pacers in 2019. He's got over 100 NBA games under his belt. Career average of about 4 points, 3 boards, and a block with Indiana. We discussed yesterday, you never know. They decide to move off of one of those bigs. Thomas. Does Bitadze end up with a bit more opportunity with the big club? Sykes spots up. Davon Reed out to Thomas. Down low, no look from Stevenson. Bezhanishvili dumps it in. Ooh. Anderson gets by. Kicks Washington. Stutters. Well done defensively by the Gold. And Stevenson works the steal. You can actually hear Coach Terry on the Grand Rapids sideline yelling at the officials, pleading with them that Kiefer Sykes is carrying the ball. Obviously don't see that call very often, but he's adamant that Sykes is palming the basketball, carrying the ball. Stevenson motors his way in. Off balance, he can't hit. Sykes skips through, deflected by Reed and off the shoulder of Washington. Thomas has 12 right now. He no-looks at Bezhanishvili. Right-hand hammer. Thanks to the passing ability of NBA veterans Lance Stevenson and Isaiah Thomas, both of them with 5 assists. They've also combined for 19 points. They both stay on the floor with Stauskas, Reed, and Bezhanishvili. Sykes from deep. Keeper Sykes trying to keep Fort Wayne in it. He's got 12. That's his first make of the quarter. Thomas. Oh, a high arcing triple. Bottoms. 15 for IT. Vitadze has the response. His third three, the 7-footer, showing his ability to step out. Lance, kick ball by Vitadze, who will hammer on the other end. Well, we missed one there on a kick ball. Leading to an easy basket for Goga. Thomas fouled on the attempt. Sykes was fighting through the screen and gave Thomas a bit too much body. Now that's the third, by the way, on Kiefer Sykes. Thomas, of course, his best season in the league, that 2016-17 season. 29 points per game on 46%, 38 from 3, 91% from the line. He finished 5th in MVP voting that year. That was the second straight year he was an All-Star with Boston. He's an All-NBA player that year. Bezhanishvili walks down low. Last time he was in the league was in April of this calendar year, last NBA season, of course, a 10-day with the Pelicans. Played in 3 games with them, averaged about 8 points. He was with the Wizards in 2019 and 2020. Traded to the Clippers at the deadline. Clippers waived him. Washington, Fader, no good. Thomas, dribble. Stauskas, he's open. Hinton pops out. Now Fort Wayne will continue to shoot from downtown. They attempt more than 40 threes a game. That's the most attempts in the league. Bezhanishvili bangs and has an easy finish. Not much resistance there from Vitadze. Bezhanishvili having a night. He's got 14. Vitadze, his 4th triple. Seven-point lead for the Gold. 5 minutes to go, first half. Lance with the dance, with the scoop, and with the bucket. 8 for Stevenson. Came in averaging nearly 20, along with 7 boards this year in the G League. Washington in the post, size advantage over Thomas. Ugly jumper. IT back on the other end, talking with the Fort Wayne bench. That'll take us into a timeout. Oh, fun night of G League basketball. Hopefully you're enjoying it with us on ESPN+. Fort Wayne trying to stay in the showcase picture, a win, and they would all but guarantee themselves a spot in the 8-team single elimination tournament starting on Sunday in Vegas. Bit of a different purpose on the floor tonight for Grand Rapids. Isaiah Thomas getting himself ramped up before that showcase where even if GR doesn't make the tournament, and they probably won't at this point, they'll still get 2 games in Vegas. He's on the NBA comeback trail, and we're back after this from the Deltaplex. Grand Rapids still well over 50% tonight from the floor, 58%. They're being led by former All-NBA point guard Isaiah Thomas. In his first ever G League action, Grand Rapids turns it over here. Benny Boatwright, partially blocked into the rim by Matt Ryan, who gave it a good contest. That's Benny's first basket. Stevenson pops down low. Bezhanishvili finishes through the contact by Anderson. 16 for Georgie B. Fort Wayne at 42% from the floor right now, 9 of 24 from 3. Bitadze, a little Dirk-like from the elbow. 18 for him to match Thomas, the game high. Ryan. York bounces, another elbow jumper. Stevenson smacks down the rebound, his 9th tonight. Lance into the lane, high, and teardrops it through. Stevenson now a board away from a double-double. That gives him 11 points. That's off Bezhanishvili. It's been a cleanly played ball game. Only 6 turnovers, at 7 on that inbounds for the Gold, 4 for Fort Wayne. York to Boatwright, a big who can shoot it. Now Thomas, not given much resistance, rises in transition. Final game of the showcase season this year for the Mad Ants. G League Showcase in Vegas kicks off on Sunday. They'll play it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Out at Mandalay Bay. Stauskas a rebound. Only 2 for him so far. Hasn't needed to look for his offense on a night where Isaiah Thomas and Georgie Bezhanishvili have been so good. Ryan spots up and bangs it home. Second 3 for Ryan out of Tennessee, Chattanooga. The 24-year-old who went undrafted last season. He has been really good for the Gold this year from downtown as York connects. Ryan at 37%. Thomas another miss, but he gets his own rebound and will reset. Stevenson probes. York with 3 made threes in the half. He'll pull it from anywhere. This time he attacks. Has it poked away by Thomas. 2-on-1 for the Gold. Ryan pulls up from deep. You bet. .12-point lead, largest of the game for GR. Boatwright, no good. All the momentum right now in the Gold's favor with a minute to go. Thomas bounces, Stevenson. Bitadze. Given a lane. 20 in the first half for Goga. 7 games in his G League career, 19 points, 13 boards, 4 assists, 3 blocks. I mean, he does exactly what you'd expect an NBA assignment player to do. Stauskas given room by Thomas. Extra pass, Lance. Gold, we're looking to go 2 for 1. Now Fort Wayne will run some offense. About a 7-second difference game in shot clock. York kicks out Anderson, 1 to shoot, he rises. Now Lance with 5 seconds to go. A bounce to Stauskas. And he banks it in at the buzzer. 8 career NBA games for those 5. We've got some impressive stat lines from the first half for some individual players. Goga Bitadze for Fort Wayne has 24 and 10 at the break. Stauskas halfway down and out. Isaiah Thomas kind of on triple-double watch right now. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. And Lance Stevenson just an assist away from a triple-double already. Blocking foul on Stauskas. That's just the first on Nick. Again, only 5 team fouls against GR in the first half. 2 for Lance and 2 for DJ Johnson. Grand Rapids has done a much better job against the size of Fort Wayne today. Again, winning the rebounding margin at the break by 9 after losing in that category last night. Sykes sees a lane, and Bitadze follows it up with the flush. .26 for Goga to lead all scorers. Oh, Reed likes this. An 11th rebound for Goga. Here's Washington. Fires and fills. First triple for Dwayne Washington Jr., the Grand Rapids native. Played at GR Christian before finishing his high school career at Sierra Canyon. Thomas with 2 more to give him 20. And Taylor, a basket on the other end. A lot of fans in attendance tonight, I'm sure. Spent a lot of time watching Dwayne Washington Jr. Thomas, no good. Played his freshman, sophomore, and junior years at Grand Rapids Christian. There he is again. And then stayed in the Midwest for some Big Ten basketball at Ohio State. Reed off balance, and a late whistle comes in to send him to the line. It's on Dwayne Washington Jr. You know, his dad, when he was born, was playing in Germany for Skyliners Frankfurt. So Washington was actually born in Germany, came over as a young kid. His dad, a pro ball player overseas. His uncle is Derek Fisher. Yeah, that Derek Fisher, the NBA champ. There's Sykes on the other end. And so when Washington Jr. moved from GR to Greater LA to play for Sierra Canyon his senior year of high school, he actually lived with his uncle, Derek Fisher, before coming back to the Midwest and Ohio State. Stevenson dances. Oh, just not enough on the bounce. Sykes is looking for more. Bounces into Terry Taylor. A jab, a move, a spin, and a fade. Rattles it in. Timeout, Grand Rapids. Big time start for the Mad Ants in the second half. A 12-2 run to get us going in the third. And that came in 2.5 minutes. We've got more after this. Nearing the end of the G League Showcase season tonight. This is the final game of the Showcase season for Fort Wayne. A win, and they're in to the 8-team single elimination tournament in Vegas starting on Sunday. Grand Rapids at 5-5 has tonight's game, and then a game on Friday on the road against Windy City, the Bulls. Stauskas cuts through the lane. Thomas rises. Bang! Isaiah Thomas up to 23. Washington, Reed, a little late. That thing was skidding off the backboard. And so we take a look at those showcase standings right now. Again, a first time tuning in, first time catching G League action this year. There are 4 geographic pods in the league during the showcase season. Stevenson free throw line, unable to connect. And so both of these teams are in the central pod. Teams like Wisconsin and Windy City, and a bit of an outlier, but Sioux Falls. Bitadze, another 3, about 29 for Goga already. And so Wisconsin is leading this pod with an 8-3 record. Thomas, another deuce. 25 for him as they go back and forth. Delaware is leading in the East with a 10-1 record. Rio Grande Valley is 8-3. They're leading the South. Oh, deep one, Washington. And South Bay leads in the West with a 9-2 record. Top team in each pod is guaranteed a spot in that 8-team single elimination tournament. And then the next 4 best records get in to fill out those spots. Taylor and Sykes. A different opinion there. Those next 4 teams at the moment, one of them is going to be Maine. They're 9-1, but they play in the Eastern Pod, and they're trailing Delaware by a half game. Stauskas will head to the line, and then there's a 4-way tie for second. We won't get into the tiebreaker scenarios. Everybody's going to play 12 games, and I think at the end of it we won't end up with 4 teams competing for 3 spots, but we'll see. Right now that's Fort Wayne at 7-4. That's Motor City at 7-4. Both of those teams, by the way, in the Central Pod. And then there's Texas and Oklahoma City, both at 7-4. Stauskas makes. Counts as 2. He's got 4 tonight. Outside the timeout, Grand Rapids has stopped the bleeding a bit. Anderson way downtown. And then a foul on the box out against Davon Reed. Now, every team in the G League that doesn't make that 8-team single elimination tournament will still head to Vegas to play 2 more games. There's 12 in the showcase season, 36 in the regular season that starts after Christmas on the 27th. That gets you to 48, 50-game season. Every team will play 2 in Vegas. It gives meaning to games right now in the middle of December. Washington, tough take against Stauskas for 2. 10 for the former Buckeye. Thomas crosses. Oh, and Bishanesvili didn't see it coming. IT says that one's on me. Probably should have rose. York, Bitadze gallops to the rim and gets bonked on the head. It's on Georgie. First on him. So here comes DJ Johnson. Bitadze already on a made free throw here. Looking at a 30-piece tonight, not even halfway through the third. He was neutered a bit yesterday due to foul trouble, and so only played in 24 minutes. Still had 19 and 7. He's had no foul trouble tonight, only 1 against him. And so he has been unleashed. 31 right now for Bitadze. To go along with 12 rebounds. Stauskas jumps to Reed. 7-footer out there for defense. Now Nick into the lane, up and under, scoops it in. Washington quickly the other way. Taylor the tip back. He can jump, man, just 6'5", and he leads the league in rebounds. Thomas, hounded, draws the foul. IT hanging around with some of the folks behind the baseline tonight. Remember, Thomas, it's not like his game just completely fell off due to age or something like that. I mean, this guy finished 5th in MVP voting, what, 4 or 5 years ago in 2017? Or was that hip injury he suffered that he never really made it back from? He was never really the same guy. So he's bounced around the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Pelicans. That free throw now gives him 27. Including 9 in the second half. He's got 9 of the Gold's 11 since the break. Washington. Pinned by Johnson. We'll stay with Fort Wayne. Bitadze fading. Tough shot. Stevenson rips it down. 11 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists for Lance. Skips through the lane. Blocked and then saved by Anderson. York poked away Johnson. Up to Thomas. Ryan saves. IT lobs. And Lance on the finish. Oh, Justin Anderson, deep one. Lance could be looking at like a 15 and 15 night. Short that time. Oh, Bitadze. Oh my. 34 for the big fella. 6 made threes from the 7-footer tonight. We're still in the third. That's a foul on Boatwright, his third. Shaughnessville back in for Coach Jason Terry. Terry from Seattle. Thomas from Tacoma. Isaiah played his college ball at Washington. There he is, little floater, no good. Jason, of course, an NCAA champion with Arizona. Oh, Bitadze. 36 now. Lance against Gabe York. The pull. Way up ahead to York. And Thomas strips it away. NBA hands. Stauskas through the lane, finger rolls, and he wanted the foul too. And now York fouled underneath. He wanted it on Thomas on the last transition opportunity. Substitutions here for Fort Wayne. How about Stephen Domingo? Nate Hinton back in. And Marcus Burke for Grand Rapids. Thomas takes a seat. York fills it up. One counts as two there to put him in double figures. Came in averaging 15, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He was the 3rd overall pick in the G League draft this year, Gabe York. He and Lance both win in the first round. Stevenson was the 13th pick in round 1. York went 3rd overall. You know, Gabe York actually has the same agent as Isaiah Thomas. Same guy who reps Blake Griffin, and Kevin Love, and C.J. McCollum. A lot of names that are rumored around the trade deadline this year. Hinton downhill. Domingo, extra pass, York from the top. Battle underneath. See Stauskas end up with it. 3 to go, 3rd quarter. Burke given room. And Stevenson has it poked away. Here's York the other way. And Stauskas coming on assignment from the Pacers. The 7-footer has 36 points, 14 rebounds, and no turnovers in 29 minutes. Lance Stevenson still 1 assist away from a triple-double. He's not on the floor right now, though. Reed, Burke, Ryan, Stauskas, and Bishanasvili. Georgie has it now in the post. And he'll fill it up. First basket for him since the first half. He's got 18. 27 for Thomas, 18 Bishanasvili, 15 for Stevenson, 11 for Stauskas. Those are the guys in double figures for GR. Hinton rattles it in. And for Fort Wayne, 36 from Bitadze, 15 for Kiefer Sykes, 11 off the bench for Gabe York. And then 10 apiece for Dwayne Washington Jr. and Terry Taylor. They'll go right back to Bishanasvili. They like this matchup. They threw it away. Domingo. York by Bishanasvili. Hinton another. And Taylor big for the rebound. Let's stay with Fort Wayne. Mad Ants this year during the showcase season started their year splitting against Windy City. They swept Cleveland, a team that Grand Rapids does not get to play in their showcase season. Remember, there's 8 teams in their pod, but only 12 games before the actual tournament. So there's one team that every team in the pod doesn't get to play. For Grand Rapids, that was Cleveland this year. Oh, York, a flamethrower from deep. Fills it up, he's got 16. 7 in the second half. A minute to go in the third. Answer in front by 3. Reed rolls it in. And then they got swept by Wisconsin, currently the pod leader with an 8-3 record. Then they swept Sioux Falls. They split against Iowa. And they finished tonight against Grand Rapids after their 17-point win last night. York again. Oh, he is butter. Stauskas off a screen. Grand Rapids was looking to go 2 for 1 there. They leave Fort Wayne with about a 4-second difference game in shot clock. York on a heater right now. Wants 3 more. And has them. Gabe York. .12 in the quarter. Stauskas trapped, finds Bishanishvili, and a push off the window for 2 to give him 20. York three-quarter court heat. Really good turnout, especially compared to yesterday. I wonder why. Isaiah Thomas in the building just before the showcase season ends. Going to Vegas on Sunday. Fort Wayne starts with possession, leading by 4. Wayne Washington Jr. through the lane, fighting through contact from Reed. Can't put it down. Thomas back on the floor now. Just misses a runner. Isaiah with 27 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds at the moment. Oh, long rebound. Won by Sykes. Washington from deep. Tough miss. Thomas right now is the only player that is positive in the box score for Grand Rapids. Everyone else is either even or negative. Ryan, partially blocked by Boatwright at 6'10", gets out and defends. And now gets a trip to the line. Good hard foul by Matt Ryan. Hitting our attendance number tonight. How about 4,123? Pack in the Deltaplex this evening. Watching the Pacers and Nuggets affiliates. Boatwright makes. Counts as 2. Lead extended to 6, which ties the largest advantage of the night for Fort Wayne. Thomas picked up by Sykes. Gets to the elbow and fades. Fills it up. 29 for Thomas. Oh, a no-look dish. Hinton on the back end from Washington. Reed in the post. Gets to a spot he likes and rolls it in. Sykes, Bishanishvili blows by. Missed it wide open. We'll stay with Fort Wayne, but Coach Terry can't believe it. I think we'll maybe have a review here. Oh, no, we're coming back the other way. It was flipped. Reed, Burke, Bishanishvili, Thomas, and Stevenson matched up against Hinton, Sykes, Boatwright, Taylor, and Washington Jr. So Grand Rapids elects to start Thomas in the 4th. Madans keep Bitadze on the bench. See when they get him back in with 36 points and 14 rebounds tonight on 13 of 18 shooting. Washington spots up. Thomas a rebound. He's now got 29, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Reed thought about it from deep. It'll stay with Grand Rapids. It's worth mentioning that Fort Wayne is finishing up a stretch of 4 games in 6 nights. 4 games in 6 nights for them. Thomas, too easy. Hesitation at the free throw line there, kept the defense at bay. And now he's got 31. Boatwright, a deep 2. Thomas trying to draw it up. Instead drives himself and finds Reed. Swirls off the rim. Grand Rapids, when they played against Fort Wayne last night, it was their first game in 10 days. In fact, that's the longest stretch of days off they'll have all year. They lost 139-122. Tonight, the back end of that doubleheader scenario. Reed, far side, Thomas from deep. Bit of a lid on the rim right now. Washington tries to break it out and can't connect. Back and forth we go. 2-point game, 8 minutes left in the fourth. Stevenson still an assist shy of a triple-double. Could it be right here? The spin, Bishanishvili. There it is for the gold. And that rebounding margin we discussed at the half, which was a +9 for Grand Rapids, is now a +1 for Fort Wayne, including 10 offensive rebounds. Mad Ants have 15 second chance points compared to just 2 for the gold. Sykes from the mid-range. He's got 17. Fort Wayne back in front. Triple-double for Lance Stevenson. He just picked up his 10th assist. Stauskas off the dribble. Oh, look at the fight from Bishanishvili. Saves it to Reed. In there, plus the foul. That is all Georgi Bishanishvili on the offensive glass. Second on Hinton. And a chance for GR to take the lead. Reed this year in the G League, 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Davon, college ball, Miami. It's his 4th year in the G League. He played with Northern Arizona. In fact, he played with Fort Wayne a couple of years ago. He's also spent time with Sioux Falls. He's having his most efficient year in the G League right now, scoring the ball, both from the field and from the three. As he makes the free throw. So he's got 14 tonight. York rises and fills. Boy, he's nasty from deep. 6 triples for Gabe York on 9 attempts. Reed got stuck. Now to Stevenson with 8 to shoot. Lance into the lane, and a charge called. Big take by Nate Hinton. Now, I've noticed Isaiah Thomas spending a good amount of time talking with Georgi Bishanishvili on the floor tonight, and in that instance right there, he's a good, hard communication. And then a smile and a high five. Thomas, obviously an NBA vet. Bishanishvili not yet broken into the NBA. He's trying to get there, and good words of wisdom on the floor. Those two playing against one another. York tried to split the defense, and now a loose ball foul is called on Fort Wayne. No, it's called on Grand Rapids. Davon Reed whistled for it. Halfway through the fourth, 2-point lead, Fort Wayne. Bishanishvili banging on his chest. primal to get himself ready for another defensive assignment against the 7-footer Goga Bitadze. At the top, oh, he jumped. Goga into the lane, skips through and draws the foul. 7-footer who can put it on the deck, who's a threat to shoot from 3. He's a load at this level. He's looking for 40 tonight. Currently with 36 and 14 boards, no turnovers. His third trip to the line. It's good. Give him 38. 4-point lead, Fort Wayne. Thomas off a screen, gets into the lane, sneaks by. We'll see now if they start running a little bit more through Thomas down the stretch. He's got 33. Hinton using the screen from Bitadze goes up and draws a foul on Stauskas. Third on Nick. Officials now trying to connect the dots on the number of team fouls in this quarter. Fort Wayne has done a nice job at the free throw line tonight, 7 of 8. Grand Rapids too, 9 of 11. This is the first trip to the nail for Nate Hinton. And he's got it. Reed, Stevenson, Bishanishvili, Stauskas, and Thomas. 33 for IT. Bounces in Bishanishvili. And one coming. Assist number 8 for Isaiah Thomas. That's the 4th on Gabe York. Georgie fills it up to give him 23, 1-point game. Sykes has been quiet in the second half. York has not. All of those right in front of the Grand Rapids bench. 27. Reed finds a spot. Hinton the rebound. York wants more. You can feel it. Heat check. Numbers for GR, 4 on 2. Stauskas to the rim. No good. Thomas connects. Bitadze's got 38 for Fort Wayne. Thomas with 35 for the Gold. We're getting a show tonight. Oh, mismatch down low. Bitadze against Thomas. And a dump into the lane for Hinton. Grand Rapids got spinning on defense there. And Coach Terry not happy with Bishanishvili specifically. All right. Got a great game in front of us. 117-113. Fort Wayne looking to seal their spot in the G League Showcase in Vegas starting on Sunday. Grand Rapids trying to spoil that a bit. 3:57 to go when we return. Lance Stevenson has a triple-double. Isaiah Thomas has 35. Goga Bitadze has 38 and 14 boards to go with 4 assists. It's 117-113. in the headlining matchup in the G League tonight on ESPN+. So glad to be with you. Thomas thought he was fouled and hits the deck. Now he's got to get back. Hinton wide open. Can't connect. Thomas still unhappy he didn't get a whistle there. See if he makes up for it. A bounce, Bishanashvili. Here's Stauskas. Reed from the top. Stevenson, an offensive rebound and a strip. He's got 5, York has 4. No one with more than 3 for Grand Rapids. Stauskas in the lane. A bump in the foul. That's on York. His 5th. All right, so both York and Sykes have 5. They've been the primary scorers at the guard position right now and all night for Fort Wayne. Stauskas rolls it in. 13 for him, 11 in the second half. Gold back within 2. And even 3 minutes to play. York out to Sykes. On the deck, he gets by Thomas and finger rolls. Avon Reed, first game back in the G League, off the 10-day with Denver. Throws to Stevenson, out of control at the rim. York and Sykes, both threats to pull it from deep. Got to stay with them. There they are. Kiefer Sykes from downtown. Just like that, it's 7. Thomas skips through the lane. And a rip away for Fort Wayne. Oh, they've got some energy on their bench right now and all the momentum inside the final 2 minutes. York steps back. Bitadze for 40. Anderson, a tip back. Anderson on the floor. Inbound to Nick. Out to IT, he rises. Fills. And an offensive foul is called on Stauskas. Coach Terry wants this one reviewed. At the end of the day, that might be a tough one to overcall, but he's got a challenge left. It was a made 3-point shot. Got to do it. So we'll stay here with 95 seconds remaining as they head to the review monitor at midcourt. Our officiating crew tonight, Jamal Rawls, Ryan Sassano, and Kristen Esparza. If they do decide to reverse this and they count the basket, now this is a quick review. Call is confirmed on the floor. Call is confirmed on the floor. The three-pointer does not count for Thomas. The foul remains for Stauskas. There are actually some Pacer fans on the near side. One woman Pacer jersey, Pacer snow cap. They're cheering on Justin Anderson right now, who's about to trigger the inbound. Need a stop here. Gold down by 9. Sykes has 17 to go with 6 boards and 6 assists. Gets to the lane, throws it away. That's what the Gold needed. They stay small outside the timeout. Shooters on the floor. Thomas across midcourt rises. Has it! 38 for IT. 6-point game. And a whistle. That'll send Nate Hinton to the free throw line, where he is 7 of 11 this year. These are the first free throws we'll see where both will have to be attempted. Final 2 minutes of a G League game, that experimental free throw rule goes out the window. Davon Reed says, let's bring some noise here in the Deltaplex. Cans the first. Hinton has been huge here in the second half. He's got 9 since halftime. Second one no good, 7-point game. Reed to the front court. Thomas, they put the 7-footer on him. Lays it in, plus the foul. A 40-piece for Isaiah Thomas in Grand Rapids tonight. And a chance to bring the Gold within 4. Headlining matchup in the G League this evening. And it has lived up to the billing. Hopefully you are enjoying. Thomas connects 41 in his first ever G League action. York, Washington, poked away. Stauskas saves to Stevenson on the run out. A lay-in. 2-point game. Grand Rapids can play straight up now defensively. Washington lobs. Too tall, Bitadze. This crowd is on their feet. .16 on the shot clock. Washington, the bump from Stauskas, the finish. And now what will we have here? Anderson put it into Stevenson after Anderson thought he got hit cheaply by Lance on the inbound. So we'll clean that up and get ready for an inbounds. 4-point game. And Stevenson turns it over. Oh, the clock has stopped right now. The clock is dead at the moment. So what do we do now? Clock did not run for a full 8 to 10 seconds, I think. Sykes is going to the free throw line, but we're going to have to pause for a moment. This is going to need a full review. Well, our officials are saying they're not going to move this clock. You're kidding. You're kidding. That's 10 seconds. Wow. Sykes makes. That is really tough for Fort Wayne. Hinton comes back on, a little defense for offense here. I think it was about 8 to 10 seconds. Second one is good. It might not end up mattering. Sykes now has 24, 6-point game. Reed the other way! Oh, bring it down! On the 7-footer, Davon Reed slams it in. Sykes fouled by Stevenson into the first row. Young lady here on the far side took it from 5'11", 170-pounder Kiefer Sykes. A couple of misses here. Grand Rapids certainly still in it. Can't hit the front end. Sykes at about 80% from the free throw line this year. He's an affiliate player for the Pacers after going undrafted out of Green Bay in 2015. As we discussed yesterday, this guy has bounced around, man. Greece, Italy, Australia, China, South Korea, Turkey, the States. He's been all over the place. Came into this doubleheader leading the league in assists, over 8 per game. 4 rebounds, 15 points. Tonight he's got 24 to go with 6 assists and 7 boards. Chicago native at the line to make it 5. Rattles out. Coming back the other way. All right. Grand Rapids has over 1,400. Well, over 1,000 NBA games on the floor. Stevenson has been pulled here in the final couple of seconds. They go to Burke and Ryan, 2 better three-point shooters. Everyone on the floor right now shoots at over 35%. In the case of Burke, over 50%, Stauskas over 40%, Reed over 40%, Ryan over 40%. Thomas has made 5 threes tonight. 4-point game. They could go for a quick 2 here. Inbound goes to Reed. Thomas will clear out space. Davon hands off. IT shovels it underneath, gets it back, draws the foul. No whistle. Thought I heard one. It'll stay with the Gold. Well, now they need 3. 8 seconds to go. It's been an electric G League basketball game tonight in Grand Rapids. Well, they were looking for 2. Instead, they go to Ryan in the corner. The rise. A little bit short. The foul by Burke, and that should pretty much do it. Tell you what, Fort Wayne pulled ahead late. And Grand Rapids gave it a good run to pull back within 4 multiple times. Gabe York waving to the fans here at the Deltaplex on their way to the exits. Sykes the free throw. Coach Terry having a conversation with the head man for Fort Wayne, Tom Hankins, in his first year in the job. Both of them first year coaching, at least head coaching in the G League. Sykes makes both. Clock started there. Realistically, based on the time that wasn't run off earlier, this one is out of time, but see if Thomas can add to his 41-point total. He takes the inbound. With a foot on the line. He's got